What is up, guys? So the other day I went to our local flea market, and on the way out I saw some guy selling some old film stuff. So I went through his bins and I found this old film holder, or canister I guess you could say. um, I shook it, didn't feel anything in it. Guy wanted like $1. Gave it to him, went home, opened it up, and I saw that there was actually some film in here. What? So it seems to be like pretty old looking. It's black and white, and it's like a photo shoot of a little boy, and then one of them is that seems to be his mother. So I'm going to scan these by using my camera and Negative Lab Pro, so we can see what happens when these come out. Hopefully they're cool and not creepy, because that would suck if I like brought a ghost into my house from these things. Count me out. So I'm gonna go downstairs where it's a little darker, take shots of these negatives, and then I'll jump into Negative Lab Pro and we can see what we get from these things. So let's do it. So I figured I would just give you a little peek into how I do this. I made this little setup in our second party kitchen because there's no windows, so it gets nice and dark. And basically, I have a light box from Amazon, a piece of glass, and some cardboard to kind of block some of the light shooting all over the place. And I just have my tripod upside down, aiming at the negatives, and that's basically it. So we'll take these shots and then we'll go upstairs and check them out. Imported the photos that I took on my camera downstairs into Lightroom, and basically for Negative Lab Pro to work, you just have to crop the photos and then white balance them off of the edge of the film. So I will do that right now, and usually I have it a little nicer than this, but just because I just want to see what these look like instead of having them be, perfect images, I just, quickly did it downstairs. So there's a lot more cropping I have to do here. Oop. So that's good. And then you just take the eyedropper, do it around the edge, and there you go. I've already done it to the other ones, so that's all good. And basically, you either go up to File and plug in Extras Negative Lab Pro, or you can Control N, and that brings up Negative Lab Pro. But quickly, I'm going to select all of the photos, Control N, bring that up, and I do border buffer at around 10 or 15, because basically if you put that to 0, it doesn't compensate for the film borders, and I kind of like them in there. I just think they add something cool to the photo. So I keep the border 15. You get to select what kind of scanner you want. I just do Frontier, DSLR scan, and the saturation doesn't really matter. So then you just convert. Usually what happens is it doesn't really work until I click something. So if I click the mids, it'll change the photo, and there we go. That is pretty cool, actually. To be honest, I don't really want the color here, so I'm going to do none. Click it again so we go back to black and white. And that's really cool. Bring the blacks down a little bit. Come on. Bring down that exposure just to see it better. Let me kind of apply. And go to the next one. Up here seems to be mom. Control N. Already up. None. Click something to see. Bring the blacks down just so you can see the photo a little better. Bring down the exposure. That is pretty cool. So while I was looking it up, when I found the name of the film, it is Kodak Panatomic X film. They discontinued the film in '87, so I'm assuming this was probably before '87, because there wasn't really, I don't think there was any film lords that were super into shooting expired film back then. So I would think this would be done before it expired. But yeah, these are really cool. I'd love to see, who this is. I think that'd be cool to see if I could find them and give them their photos back. But so I'll just skip through some of these. Looks like I tried to do some double exposures here. I hope you can't hear my fan from the computer, but it's pretty loud, so. That one's a little creepy. But I think that's so cool with that camera. I'd also like to know what kind of camera that is. Looks like one of those Holgos or whatever. But yeah, that's basically it. Just figured I'd make a video on this because I thought it was kind of cool. But I'd like to get some more vlogs done. So we'll see with that. But anyway, like I said, hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram if you want, @gbonnie. And I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.